Oh god, why am I reviewing this fucking game? Hey, what's up guys? Catches Gaming here. Hope you like this, whatever I'm doing here. I might do more of the standing up type videos, but today I want to bring you a special video about this game that I used to play, probably about 5 years ago. I'd say I probably played this. It's called Combat Arms, the Europe version. I don't know if the North American version is any different. I doubt it, but my friend, I need to tell you, this is the piece of shit that it is. Like, it has become one of the worst games I think out there. One of the worst free online games, what I believe is out there right now. So let's get started, because you know they've been fisting the community like this for so long now. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory to why I just stopped playing this game. So 5-6 years ago, this was the game I came after school. I'd come and just jump on, and it was just fun. It was a game about, you know, just kills and getting kills in quick succession, and having those big, you know, GFX and the announcer just in your face when you get those quick successions. You know, you got the double kill, the multi kill, okay, ultra kill. It was just great fun, and not to mention, it was one of the games that I just loved to bunny hop on, because you know it didn't stop you from, you know, bunny hopping. There was no thing to really stop you, so it was great. It was just fucking fun. The guns were just balanced. Now bear in mind, there was microtransactions back then, but the stuff that you could buy with Nexon points, as they call it, wasn't that bad. The guns, you know, if they'd show off something, like they might show off accuracy, but they'll be weaker, or they might do more damage, but they'll have a lower rate of fire. And it was balanced, and there was no problem going up against someone who had those, you know, those guns. They'd have a slight advantage, but even then, the better player would have still won. So what happened? Okay, now I'm gonna call it stage 1. Stage 1 was fucking great. Now let's go on to stage 2. So at stage 2, what basically happened was the game introduced these characters called mercenaries, which basically boasted, you know, a lot better gear. They had better stats. You know, the first female character they brought out that you could buy was like the bunny hopping queen. Okay, she had like better speed. She had increased speed. Some of them had like increased resistance, more armor, and it was just a pain to fucking go up against these guys, because they had such a huge advantage. Not to mention the bunny hopping queen. But even at you know, at that point, I took this as a challenge, because the greatest feeling in that game at that point was killing one of those fuckers, because they just have all the advantage, but if you kill one of them, you're like a fucking god. Alright, so I call this stage 2. Okay, stage 1, stage 2, bit of annoyance, but I dealt with it, and I still played it. Now let's move on to fucking stage 3. They had all these, you know, they had these mercenaries that they kept pushing out, but then the first overpowered fucking gun they brought out was a grenade launcher, which was basically a one-hit kill. You had a large enough magazine to just keep going and keep fucking people up, and these maps weren't that big. Like, some of the maps, it takes like 5 seconds to run across to the other side, so it wasn't the fun experience. And after all these new guns came about, and all these Nexon like microtransaction shit that kept coming with these stuff, I just stopped playing. I just moved on to better games at that point, and it was fucking great. I just couldn't. I just had to stop, because I was just getting fisted. The community was getting fisted, and it was not a nice feeling. All right, it was not a fucking nice feeling. So that's what I call stage 3. So stage 3 was just when I was just like, fuck it, I've had enough. All right. But let's fast forward 5 years. I think it's 5 years now that I don't know exactly. It's definitely been 5 years. So let's fast forward to now, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking, you know, I want to revisit one of these games, maybe do a recording about it. Okay, I record some footage for the gameplay. So I go on this game, and guess what? This game is 10 times worse than it was before. Okay, now I'm gonna start off by saying the first thing that would just fucking bothered me was the fucking menu. Okay, now when I went on there, I had to change my resolution to what my native is, 1080p. But instead of them redoing the 1080p, you know, for a different resolution, redoing the menu so it fits properly, it just feels like a stretched screen. And I think whoever designed this must have fucking glasses that are basically magnifying glasses, because I don't know if you can see this, but like the text could be a lot smaller. That it just looks stretched, and it was horrible. But I didn't give a shit. It's a free online game, so I was like, alright, let's go. And the first thing that they did was they send you a bunch of stuff in your inbox and like, hey, come here. They grab you by the balls. They're like, here's some like powerful guns for you to try out for 7 days. But when those 7 days are over, you're gonna get fucked, because all those people with these crazy stuff that they've been buying from microtransactions, all those people, you are gonna get fucked. But don't worry, every time you level up, we'll maybe send you something in your inbox, just so you don't get too pissed off. Okay, so let's just get started. You know, the menu is fucking stretched out. Now, what even worse is the fucking navigating around the menu is even worse. It's so fucking cluttered. I just don't know why the fuck it's like this. The old menu was fine. Like, why the fuck would you go for a menu that's even worse than, you know, it's just worse. It's cluttered. It's worse. It's just bullshit. So I'm like, fuck it. Okay, let's go check the lobbies out. Okay, now the lobbies, same thing. Everyone's still playing the popular maps, so it fucking goes to show, you know, the new maps that you brought out, no one really plays them because they're not as well designed as the older ones. So people still playing the maps that are like 5 years old because they're just good, and the maps you brought out were just not that good, and it shows. You know, you just go to a lobby, people are still fucking playing Junk Flea, man. So I get into the game, and me, like, you know, I'm like, okay, I just wanna have some fucking fun. Okay, it's just free online game. They're gonna have fucking microtransactions, right? But this is fucking crazy. Okay, now you go in the game, a lot more people have microtransactions, weapons and characters, and it's to the point where it's just ridiculous now. Like, at least back then, with the overpowered guns, you still have a chance to fucking fuck people over. But, you know, I go into the game and I pick up these guns that this lady dropped. These are new akimbo things that they've done, and guess what, right? Do they, number one, for an akimbo gun, reduce the rate of fire, so it's, you know, it's not as powerful and you have to actually aim to kill someone? Or two, do they increase the recoil, or do they lessen the damage to make up for the fast fire rate? Well, guess what, boys? They don't do none of that. They don't do fucking none of that. The gun fires like 6 fucking rounds a second, and it's about 6 rounds to kill someone anyway. So guess what? It's mental, because you just go up to someone and just pull it out, and they have no time to react. You need a fucking 1 second reaction time. Like, it's doable, but seriously, like, you have to be fast. You have to be that fast against these guns now. Like, it fucking fires like more than 6 rounds a fucking second. It's ridiculous. And I'm sitting there like, seriously? And I keep playing it, and I keep seeing these guns over and over again, and I'm just like, you know what, let me fucking try one of these. And guess what happens when I try one of these fuckers? Okay, I kick ass, because it gives you such a huge fucking advantage that it's just crazy. Now, another thing that bothered me about this is this game's gone through, like, it's been 5 years now, right? And back then, the option, you know, when you're in game and you go to the options, you couldn't go into the options. If you press escape, you could quit. That was it. Okay, back then that was all you could do. And they still don't have an options like, just imagine, oh, is your sound a little bit too loud? Well, guess what? Guess what, boy? You have to fucking exit the game and change those settings, alright? You can't change those settings or those gameplay settings, these tiny things, you're right? These tiny settings, without quitting the fucking game. So, what the fuck, man? It's been 5 years and you haven't improved? Like, what? Why? Like, seriously, dude? Like, it's mind-boggling, okay, that they're still cash cowing this game. They're still milking it. Okay, this game has a very young community. It definitely does have a young community, because that's what the game is, and that's how you draw a young community with these free online games. And you make them get their mom's credit card and just fucking buy all this bullshit, and you know, make them like this, make it such a fucking flame game, such a shit community. I don't know why it exists. Like, you have other games now that are just a million times better, Nexon. So I don't know why this exists now. You might as well not be there anymore. It might as well just be a dead game. So why is it here? Like, it's a piss take. I don't know what you're doing. Like, just either you take the game off, or you actually give to the community for once and actually balance the whole fucking game. But yeah, that's my fucking rant done for today for this piece of garbage game. And the game's still fun. Like, don't get me wrong, the game has that fun of, you know, the having those, trying to get those kills in quick succession, but there's so many new games out there, you know, that are just better. You know, you have fucking Dirty Bomb that fucking blows this game, slaps it, and it's like, fuck you. And I think that game's by Nexon as well. So I mean, why the fuck this exists now, to me, is just they're just cash cowing this game, because it doesn't need to be there anymore. And I mean, if it doesn't need to be there, then just get rid of it. You know, just shut it down. But since the community, so I think the community is actually a decent amount. It's still here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. Let me know what you think about this type of video. I'll definitely be doing more of them if you enjoy this type of standing up video. So you yeah, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more. But as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video or the next stream that I do. Peace out, guys.